I feel like it's something that makes people feel really bad about themselves, and a position where they don't have anyone to talk to. It can be very isolating.
We are all humans, and we all have, regardless of our status, a weak point. A point where we can tolerate no more abuse ourselves and we retaliate. I find that emotional abuse is equally as damaging, or if not more damaging, than some forms of physical abuse. Physical abuse to a degree can be short and sharp, like that's physical abuse. Emotional abuse is internal. You can't see it, and it affects anybody. It doesn't matter who you are, race, colour, creed. And anybody can inflict that on anybody else regardless of their size.
Approximately 90% of domestic violence cases are men against women. 2 women are killed each week due to former or current partners. There are 7,000 police reports each year impacting on 14,000 children.
What the problem is now, we live in a virtual world as well as the real world. In this virtual world, people die, innit? In the real world, people die too. But in the virtual world, they come back to life. But in the real world, they don't. When someone's dead, they're dead. I said to my daughter, for example, there's no such thing as play, fighting. Those two words do not fit in one phrase. Americans say fight when they mean argue, and I'm like, well, say argue, don't say fight.
What do you think of Mighty Men of Valor?
Mighty Men of Valor, I think they do a great job at trying to change the image of males being the abuser in domestic violence. I think it's quite a stereotypical thing to think that men are always the abusers. Statistically, that's true, but I mean, there are some cases where females are the abusers, so I think they do a great job at trying to change that.
I think they're doing a good thing because they're recognising both sides, and so that they allow men to not feel displaced by domestic abuse, and that it brings both them together.
There's not enough support for young men in particular around things like domestic violence. There isn't a platform for them to talk about it and feel comfortable to talk about it. And not just talk about it, but actually to get some support to overcome it as well.